Are RRSPs halal? This is a great question and one that I plan to answer in this video. I'm also going to give you a little bit more detail on how the RRSP can benefit you. Assalamu alaikum everyone, Jesse here with Canadian Islamic Wealth. As I mentioned, we are talking about RRSPs today, but before I get into it, please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can come back for more videos. So what is the RRSP? The RRSP is a account that's available to Canadians to help them save on taxes. This is known as the Registered Retirement Savings Plan. And here's how it works. Every single year, you can put 18% of your income, or about $28,000, into the RRSP, whichever of the two is lower. What this will do is this will help you save on taxes. How? Well, when the government taxes you, they tax the full amount of your income. So let's say you earn $100,000. The government will tax you at around 39 to 43% depending on where you live. Now, if you were to put $10,000 into an RRSP, instead of you paying taxes on the full $100,000, you'll only pay taxes on $90,000. So you end up saving, $3,000 or so on taxes. Now, one of the biggest benefits of the RRSP is it helps you save up over the long term, and the investments are not interrupted over the long period of time. So this can help you get ready and save for your retirement. Now the question is the RRSP halal? Well, the answer to that question is it all depends on how you use the money inside the RRSP. If you leave money sitting in cash inside an RRSP at your bank, generally speaking, it is probably going to earn interest, which is not allowed in Islam. This is haram. If, however, you put that money into investments, it can potentially be halal, depending on what you are invested in. For example, if you are invested in things like fixed income, or things that are not halal, like alcohol, gambling, tobacco, adult entertainment, weapons, drugs, and so on, your RRSP is not halal. Your RRSP is haram. However, if you invest the RRSP in a halal way, you invest in things like science and technology, healthcare, infrastructure, natural resources, and other types of halal products, then the RRSP, of course, is halal. All right, so let me show you firsthand how an RRSP can save you some money on taxes depending on where you live. Let's just assume for a minute that you live in Ontario and you wanted to contribute to RRSPs. And let's just say you earn $90,000 in a year. And if you wanted to put in $5,000 a year, and then we'll use an example of $10,000 a year and $15,000 a year. This is a good amount to start off with. So if you put in $5,000 a year, you'll save about $1,500 on taxes. If you put in $10,000, you'll save $3,122 on taxes. And if you put in $15,000, you'll save $4,605 on taxes. Now, one thing we need to realize is that it all depends on which province you live in. And so if we go with the example of Ontario, these are the estimates. Now, if we switch it to, let's say, Saskatchewan. So Saskatchewan, slight variations, $1,650 if you put in $5,000. $3,300 if you put in $10,000, and $4,950 if you put in $15,000. Now, there are some other factors that are going to determine things like your tax credits and other things like that, but this is a good way to sort of look at it to see how much you could potentially save by contributing to your RRSP in a halal manner. So, when it comes to your RRSP, how much should you be putting inside? That really depends on a few factors. As a general rule, I tell people that if you earn less than $50,000 per year, you probably don't need to be contributing to your RRSP because the amount of taxes that you save don't really benefit you all that much. However, if you're earning $50,000 and above, then we've got to ask ourselves some other questions. What are your spending habits like? Are you likely to need the money at any point in the future? Are you okay with leaving it alone? Are you looking to buy a house? Are you planning to go back to school? These are all questions that we need to ask before we set you up with an RRSP. Finally, if you've maximized the amount of your RRSP, what are some other alternatives that you can do in order to save on taxes as well? So overall, and in summation, the RRSP is a halal tool that you can use. However, it needs to be taken care of in a halal way, and that all depends on how we use the money inside.